Welcome back to Live. Sorry for the little technical difficulty. We're back with you now, and we want to give you made headlines in today's Vail Daily for February 2nd. Puxatani Phil did see his shadow. So 6 more to the seer of seers, sages of sage masticator as far as the forecast is concerned. But hey, we'll take it because we love the skiing and snowboarding. It's been a fabulous season so far. Happy Vail Daily today. Pay attention to this wrap, this glossy wrap. Talks a lot about the winter culinary weekend. It gives you detail on all the guest chefs that are coming to town and our Beaver Creeks, the pouring partners, so all the wines that are going to be there. And they've got Law's Whiskey and some of the ports and some of the other vodkas and everything that's in there. And then they're doing some pop-ups and even a culinary cutting competition where you could win $1,000. So I think the deadline is today for that. But the choppers are going to go head-to-head chopping 4 vegetables. I know they have celery, potatoes, mushrooms, and onions. Those are going to be the 4. The winner takes all. They take all the cash, $1,000, and then they also get a wolf cutlery knife by David Yellowhorse, worth $2,000. Second place does get $500 cash. So kind of cool. So check that out. That's on the cover, the wrap of the Vail Daily. But on a regular cover of the Vail Daily, I'll look at this little critter, bobcats. Elusive. I've only seen them once. They were crossing my driveway like at 7 in the morning one winter. Just beautiful animals. Rick Spitzer, local contributor, special to the Vail Daily. He captures a lot of wildlife. This one was spotted south of Eagle recently. And then synergy in an emergency. Eagle County's Emergency Operations Plan coordinates local, county, state, and federal responses to build trust among agency before alarms go off. So learn about that cooperation on page A3. Also in today's news, heading over to sports. Hey, Taylor Seton makes return to the World Cup. Mogul stars prepare for Deer Valley, and Kai Owens gets back on snow. We spoke to her probably about a month and a half ago, at the Yeti's Grind. She was talking about her injuries and coming back. So read up on the athletes on page A18. And then also in today's news, we've got a little entertainment coming our way. Swinging by, catching up with Big Bang Voodoo Daddy before tonight's for our performance at the VPAC. That's actually tomorrow night on Friday. So check that out. They're a great band that's been around for 30 years. They played the Hollywood Bowl to the Super Bowl and everything in between. And they've been featured in many movies and shows. So tickets still available for this. Could be a fun night for a little swing dancing up at the Villar Performing Arts Center. And then in Vail Live and Town Doc, hey, take a look at some of these pictures. Look at that rooftop. So that's that blue sky and snow. What a combo. Look at how much snow is on that roof. And then, we've got our buddy Ripley Van Wrinkles. I'm wearing my old man sweater today and feel quite dashing. You're looking good out there, Ripley. Follow Ripley Van Wrinkles on Instagram. That's pretty fun. And then in Town Talk, Starting at Hearts is doing a cool thing with the athletic club at the Westin. So they're partnering together to offer a free call push shock class, which teaches life skills for sudden cardiac arrest. You can find more about that in the Vail Daily today. So grab your copy. It's in newspaper just now, or you can always go online and find these details. Breaking news as well. Yesterday we saw that they're doing avalanche mitigation up on Vail Pass. So that's something, a lot of times you'll get road alerts if you follow their website or just sign up for some of their e-newsletters. And speaking of roads, let's bring you to the road cams right now. Let you know what you can expect. Pretty dry on the interstates. Nice smooth sailing into work this morning for both Meredith and I. We came in from Edwards. But yesterday, if you're wondering what was going up on Vail Pass, what they were doing was avalanche mitigation work. So the Colorado Department of Transportation, when they get in the break in the weather, when they get a little lull in between these storms, they're able to go up there. They have to close down the interstate, but they were blasting to release some of that snow. And that's what they were closing the road for. So a good reason, good reason. But as you can see, it is moving swimmingly out there. A lot of people coming in for their work commute, coming out to the ski slopes. We do open the lifts at 8:30, so we've got just over 20 minutes to get things ready. But even up at Vail Pass, we're looking pretty clear. Eisenhower Tunnel is looking pretty good as well. So good news for the commute today as far as the weather goes. But, there's always different accidents that happen, so do be careful and plan a little extra time for any mishaps if you're trying to get to the airport or any meetings or appointments down along the Front Range. But let's bring in Meredith right now and talk a little bit about the roads and that avalanche mitigation because it is real. And I remember coming here in college one time, and we were staying over in Summit County, and we were going to come to Vail, but we heard that I-70 was closed because there really was an avalanche that buried cars and everything. So this is why they do that. Have you ever heard of that happening?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And you always hope that it's not triggered from a skier near I-70 because you can actually get a big fine for that for some
Yeah.
backcountry skiing. So you always definitely have to be careful. You'll hear about road closures a couple times per week throughout the winter. That is just a guarantee. And where it's coming from, you never really know. So there are different resources you can kind of sign up for and get the notice, get the alerts, because gosh, it's something we see all the time here.
Oh yeah, we definitely do. So yeah, be prepared for it. It does happen and everything. But what's the vibe down there today? Are we seeing many people come through? Yesterday was kind of a busy morning.
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit quiet. I hear the birds chirping. The sun is still coming up, so yeah, it's starting out here quiet, but it's almost the weekend, so we do see the crowds start to pick up. Especially, a lot of people from the Front Range come up and ski on the weekends. They are the weekend warriors.
Yeah.
But yeah, the river's flowing. It's beautiful here.
All right. Hey, you know what? We're in the month of February. It's already the 2nd of February, and we got to talk a little bit about Valentine's Day. So that's coming up on a Tuesday. I think a lot of people, maybe they'll celebrate it over the weekend, but have any gift ideas? Like what would what are some good ideas?
Well, honestly, I'm actually right here. The 10th Mountain Whiskey and Spirits
Oh,
for
yeah.
your man. Who doesn't love a bottle of whiskey? Like, you can't go wrong with that.
Well, and you know what? They've got
And
clothing in there.
buying local.
They've got those, like the flannels, kind of the lumberjack black and red flannel with the logo. That could be kind of cool. So they've got some cool gifts in
Definitely.
there. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that
And then
tasting room.
last year, my boyfriend got me a Helly Hansen shell jacket
Oh yeah,
locally here, and I was stoked about that. So that's always nice too, just to kind of pull through and get a really nice gift for Valentine's Day. I was not expecting it whatsoever. So
oh
it
yeah.
was really nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got another idea. Okay, if you have cold hands, how about the heated gloves? That,
I would love that.
warm hands, warm heart. That could be good. To just get that. And they have those little batteries. They can be rechargeable, and then they have different heat settings, low, medium, high. Pretty cool. I mean, they're spendy, but it could be worth it. And then you'll be out there. Or boot heaters. That could be a good gift. Something that's non-traditional, kind of something off the beaten path that you don't really think about.
Yes.
So,
I
and then
was
if you're
thinking about that this morning. My gloves were on the windshield, right on where the defrost is going. And I put them on, and it was so warm for a minute. And
yeah,
I was like, oh man, what would life be like with actual heat gloves?
yeah, with heated
That
gloves.
would
Oh my
be a
gosh.
really good one.
Yeah, perfect. Another thing to mention for Valentine's Day, it is going to be a busy night at the restaurants. It's two top after two top, two top, two. So make your reservations. Pick your spot, or make dinner at home. You can always go to the grocery store for plan a romantic meal, get a good wine recommendation to go with it, and then you don't have to deal with trying to get a reservation someplace. But it's just good to plan ahead on what you're going to do.
It is, yes. Last year I planned a picnic actually up at the top a blue sky basin at Bell's Camp, and I brought a little fondue set that was lit by candles. And
What?
it's last year I was talking about going the extra mile, and I
Yeah.
really did. I brought roses up there, and so it was really fun to kind of have a Valentine's Day picnic, and it was nice because it was a good atmosphere with people around, but it was also a nice intimate moment to just have with my boyfriend too. So that was really a fun
Yeah.
idea too.
That's
Do a little
super.
ski date.
Yeah, super creative. Yeah, you could do a little ski date. You could also maybe snowshoe at night, because it's so pretty. The sun is setting at about 5:25, 5:30 by the time we get to Valentine's Day. So you could maybe embark when it's still light out, have a headlamp with you. Any of the hiking trails are great for snowshoeing in the winter, unless they're closed due to wildlife mitigation. A lot of times they might be closed from like November 15th to April 15th. But if it's still open, that could be a good one. And you just bring the headlamp and maybe pop a bottle of champagne up at the top. And we did that last Thursday. We went up just a hiking trail in Edwards, and we timed it so we'd get to this little overlook point when the Thursday night lights were going off. Now, believe me, we're pretty far away, but it was kind of neat. You could see all the groomers going up and kind of getting it all buffed out for the skiers and snowboarders, level 5 or above, that are doing Thursday Night Lights, the glow stick ski down parade. And then we saw those groomers get a little bit higher in the sky or higher in the run. And we're like, okay, they're above the hay meadow gondola now. And then sure enough, you hear the boom, you see the flash. And we just kind of hung out and watched that for a little while. So it was kind of a cool little thing.
Yeah, that is a great idea. Lots of shopping here in the villages at the clothing stores, maybe the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. They have some special Valentine's Day cards actually out to set. So
Oh,
I did
cool.
see those a couple days ago. I
Oh,
will
good.
shout them out. Yeah,
Oh, I
I
love
may
that.
have bought a card.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, hey, we should probably get to the next thing. Should we take a break, Leah? Okay. All right. We'll be back with more Vail Valley Live.
Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment. Part of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get today at villarpack.org.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. Of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
We are celebrating 5 years at the Vail Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek, and we have a musical lineup. And one of the artists that's coming on the 5th of February is Sarah Jarose, and she is on the TV with us this morning. And thank you so much, Sarah, for chiming in. I know you're busy; you're on tour right now, so we'll keep this short. We know you got your gig this evening, but yeah, where are you calling in from?
I just arrived here in Medford, Oregon. I'm currently on tour with Sean Colvin and Mark Cohn, and we're having a great time. But as you can see, I'm backstage in the dressing room.
Yeah, awesome. Well, good. We're so glad that we got to chat with you, and congratulations on such an amazing career. You're only 31 years old. You've already won 4 Grammys. You just you've collaborated with so many different people, and yeah, to be touring with Mark Cohn and Sean Colvin, how's that going?
It's been, I mean, just lots of pinch me moments. It really is. It feels very full circle, you know. And their albums inspired me to do what I do. So it's really special to get to share the stage with them.
Yeah, definitely. Now, when you come to Beaver Creek, you won't have them with you. Will you be playing with any of the songs from I'm With Her or off of the latest album? What can we expect at the show?
Well, so yeah, it's going to be a lot of my music. I'm going to be in a duo configuration with Jeff Picker, bass player, and we're going to be just doing a lot of my songs over the course of all of my albums.
It's such an intimate setting. It's a 535-seat theater. I think it's going to be just a great format to have you and just 2 people on stage. It should be wonderful. But let's get a little bit of your background. So I understand that you're from Texas, and when did you start playing music?
Yeah, I was born in Austin, Texas, and grew up in a little town called Wimberley, which is only about 2,000 people. And, you know, music was always around. My parents are big music lovers. There was never really a time when I considered doing anything else with my life because it was just what I loved for as long as I can remember. I'm very grateful for everything that's happened so far.
Oh yeah, and you know what? And you've had some amazing collaborations and be able to share the stage with so many great performers. And our condolences we saw on your Instagram post and your Facebook post. You know, David Crosby just died a few days ago. So we're very sorry. You had worked with him. Tell us what that experience was like.
Yeah, I feel so grateful having gotten the chance to sing with him. He came to my show in Santa Barbara, I want to say in 2016 or 2017 at the Libero Theater, and walked backstage, and I didn't even know he was there. And he was just so complimentary and such a huge supporter of my music. And he would come to my show every time I played there. And so eventually we became friends, and you know, he would call me and we would talk about music, and eventually that led to him asking me to sing on his last record, a Joni Mitchell song, for free. And I'm just so grateful for being able to sing with him. And I actually, you know, it's really heavy, but about a week before he passed away, I sang harmony and played octave mandolin on a new record that he was in the midst of working on. So, you know, hopefully that'll come out someday. But yeah, he really went out of his way to champion artist that he believed in and that he loved, and he was creating right up until the very end. So it's pretty inspiring.
Oh yeah, well it definitely is. Well, when you come to Colorado, you're hitting a few other ski towns as well. You've got Beaver Creek, you've got Aspen, you got Park City, 4 nights in Park City. Are you going to get any time to ski? Do you ski at all or enjoy the slopes?
I would love to. I did ski when I was a kid. It's probably been about 20 years. So I'm actually getting married this year. And if it weren't so close to my wedding, I would definitely hit the slopes. But having not skied in about 20 years, I'm a little nervous to hit the slopes. But I will definitely enjoy the winter weather.
Oh, you definitely will. Okay, yeah, yeah. And you're always welcome back anytime you want to
Thank
ski.
you.
And then, all right, let's get to our rapid fire questions right now. So, Sarah, if you weren't a musician, what would you be doing?
It's a tough one because I've always played music, but I think I really romanticize little bakeries in small towns, and so I think I love to cook and I love to bake. So I feel like I would love to just open a little tiny bakery with like a bookstore in the front, and that would be my life.
Okay, that sounds fabulous. All right, what was your top on your Spotify Wrapped this year? What artists are you listening to?
A big one for me always is James McMurtry, who is a great Texas singer-songwriter and someone who I've been listening to my whole life, but in the past couple years have just been really obsessed with his records. It was maybe a tie between him and my friend Rustin Kelly, who is an amazing songwriter and singer. I think they came in towards the top of my list.
Okay, okay, awesome. And if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
It'd probably be some sort of teleportation because, it's as a musician, as a traveling musician, the 2 hours that you're on stage is wonderful, but there's a lot of traveling to get to the stage. So it would be convenient to be able to just, teleport to the venue.
Perfect. Okay. And then if you could collaborate with any one of your musical heroes, who would it be?
Well, I would have said David Crosby, so I just feel so grateful that got to happen before he passed away. I've just been so lucky to get to write with so many heroes over the years. The one person who comes to mind, who I actually got to see 2 nights ago to our show in San Francisco, is Bonnie Raitt. I adore her, and I think she's the coolest person ever. So.
That's super cool. All right. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll have a collaboration coming up. And I hear that you're signed up to be at the Telluride Bluegrass Festival this summer. So
That's correct. Yeah, a lot of Colorado in my future, which, I started going to the Rocky Grass Festival in Lyons, Colorado when I was 11 years old. So my whole life, Colorado has been a very special place for me and my music. And so I always look forward to coming back.
Okay, well, we are looking forward to having you come to the Vail Performing Arts Center. Once again, that show is going to be on Sunday, the 5th of February, 7 p.m. Tickets are still available, but they do sell out. So, Sarah, thanks so much for your time today, and great luck with the shows in Oregon, and we will see you in Colorado soon.
Thank you so much for having me. I can't wait.
Okay. All right, I want to thank the guide Vail for this weather and mountain report. Puxatawny Phil saw his shows, so that means 6 more weeks of winter. That was the news out of Pennsylvania this morning for Groundhog Day. Does it affect us? who knows? Up here in the high country, we pretty much have winter until at least until the slopes close, which Vail hasn't even announced their closing date. And then, we still get those storms. We can get snow any month of the year here, but an early spring is not in the forecast. But it's going to feel a little warmer today. Our temperatures are going to reach into the low 30s. Right now, we're in the single digits up on Beaver Creek Mountain and Vail Mountain, and on the valley floor, same kind of thing. So similar temperatures all around. Now, slowly, we will warm into the 20s by late morning, and then by the afternoon, we'll finally reach that 31-degree mark is what the National Weather Service is predicting. And then we'll be seeing those overnight lows drop back down to the single digits. And then for tomorrow, a little bit warmer, upper 30s, low 40s, Friday night in the teens, Saturday in the 30s. And we're going to have pretty much sunshine and a few clouds throughout the next couple of days. Our next chance of showers isn't until Sunday night into Monday. Now, are we going to get much snow out of that? Open Snow is calling for 4 inches possibly out of the storm coming through on Monday into Tuesday. So we've had a lot of snow. In fact, we've already received 211 inches season to date up at the Beeve and 236 over at Vail. So a lot of snow, considering I think Vail got 240 inches last year, and we've almost reached that point, and it's February 2nd. So we got a lot more season left, and we have typically our snowiest months can be March and February and even April. So January can typically be a dry month, so not the case this season. Our lifts are going to open in just a couple of minutes. Vail stays open until 3:30, and Beaver Creek, the main mountain, Beaver Creek, Strawberry Park, the gondola, Centennial, they stay open till 4. But I want to remind you that Arrowhead and Bachelor Gulch do close a little bit early. So if you're over on that side, the western side of the mountain, but need to get back, maybe get your kids out of ski school, make sure you head back in time and catch those lifts before they quit. Back Bowls and Blue Sky Basin on Vail's Mountain, they close earlier than the front side. So I think Pete's Express over at Pete's Bowl in Blue Sky Basin, that closes around 2:15 this time of year. So if you're going to go back to Blue Sky today, get out there early, maybe enjoy a picnic lunch at Vail's Camp. But let's bring in Meredith and talk a little bit about some of the things that are coming to the Valar Performing Arts Center. Meredith, that was such a lovely experience interviewing Sarah Jarose. She is just the sweetest, and how amazing the people that she's already collaborated with. Right now, she's on tour with Sean Colvin and Mark Cohn. All right, so she's on tour with them, and then she does the solo performances in the Rockies, and then she'll go back on tour with them. But just her stories about David Crosby and everything, and she's only 31, and she's already won 4 Grammys.
That is just incredible. My ears always hurt when you're talking about Grammy, even just nominations or wins. So it just shows you the type of talent that the Vail Performing, or the Valar Performing Arts Center, there we go, brings in, and this is just one of the many artists on the calendar for the whole winter.
Well, and you know what? And tonight we've got a big show. And speaking of Grammy winners, Bella Fleck has won 16 Grammys. I mean, artists are sometimes just happy to win one in their life. And I'm sure they want to win more, but to win that one is amazing. For Sarah to get 4 is amazing. But Bella Fleck, 16 Grammys. He's going to be playing with his wife, Abigail Washburn, and they're going to be performing with the Colorado Symphony tonight. So tickets, it's limited availability. So if you want to get tickets, I would get on that this morning. The box office does open at 11 a.m., but you can buy these tickets right online. So that's what's happening at the Valar tonight. They've got a big weekend because not only do they have this going on, but then tomorrow, Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, they are playing, and they're going to open up the orchestra pit for dancing, and swing dancing is so fun. Tickets are still available for this, and they also have a student and child tickets for this. So you could bring the family. If you've got a kid that's in band, playing the trumpet, the saxophone, the bass, anything, they're going to get inspired by this group that's going to fill the stage and then fill that whole auditorium with sound.
Definitely, yeah. Big weekend at the Villar. And speaking of big names, we have another star coming next week, February 7th, Neo.
Oh
He
yeah.
is part of the summit that is with the National Brotherhood of Skiers, and they're celebrating 50 years. And so he is going to be headlining a concert that all begins at 6 p.m. over at Golden Peak to switch it up.
Oh yeah, this is going to be great. So it's a $15 ticket to get over there. It is going to be outdoors, and we're going to kick it off with DJ Logic, and then we're going to have Mixmaster Mike, a DJ for the Beastie Boys for 30 years. He's going to be taking the stage, and then we'll have Neo kind of rounding out the evening. We'll kind of wrap up around 9ish. Gates will open at 5. They'll have some house music playing at that point, and then 6 o'clock. The different performers will take the stage for about an hour each, and there'll be some drinks and some concessions available. But dress warm. I would just, whatever you wear out on the slopes, I would wear that there. You just put your like nice warm boots on, get out of the ski boots, and then wear the snow pants, wear the jacket, the hat, everything. Maybe even bring hand warmers in those gloves, and you'll be good all night. Moving and grooving, staying warm, out on the snowy
Yeah.
dance floor.
I was listening to Neo on my way in. You guys are going to recognize his songs. They're just iconic, and the first 6 songs I was singing along to. And so I couldn't have named it off before I started listening to him again, but I knew like 6 of his songs. He's very popular in the past 2 decades. So look him up and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. He has a lot of collaborations with Pitbull too.
Oh, awesome. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's gonna be a high energy show. So get your tickets for this. You can do so. Tickets are available right now, just $15 per person. And then, in addition to this, they've got all their different ski clubs from different regions throughout the whole United States. They've been doing this for 50 years. The first one was 1973 in Aspen, and so they've got like the Texas Ski Club, and the ones out of Colorado Springs and California and the Upper Midwest. So they're going to be doing all of their little private parties and fun little events, after dark parties like at Garfinkel's, a lot of dancing. They like to party with a purpose. They are raising money because they're trying to help support Black athletes and get them to the Olympics and World Cup competitions. So they're having a lot of fun while they're raising the money. There's a good online auction on their website as well. But before everything kicks off, they're going to have an opening ceremonies and a parade at Solaris on Sunday. And they're going to have 3 or 4 DJs playing at that one. So that'll be at 3:30, going to about 5. And then on Monday, Lamont Joseph White, and I know that you've got the shirt as well. We've got matching shirts from Crimson Clover. He did a collaboration with them and the Snow Sports Museum for the 10th Mountain Division. So they're going to have him on Monday doing a meet and greet with his new piece of art, as well as the collaboration with the shirt, and there's a fashion exhibit they're talking about. Should we show video? Okay, yeah. Hey, let's show people what we're talking about, because this is pretty cool. You got to meet Lamont. Lamont Joseph White, and he is responsible for the great artwork that we're seeing at the Snow Sports Museum. It's all part of the National Brotherhood of Skiers 50th Anniversary Summit Vail. And I know you hailed from Park City, so you're not too far. You're used to driving in the snow and everything.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, well, we're glad, Vail.
Thank
We're
you.
glad that you could come to the Colorado Snow Sports Museum and to be able to put this display in here.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to create the images and curate the exhibit for the Brotherhood of Skiers, and just celebrate joy on the mountain. It's really an awesome activation.
Well, let's talk about this work that was commissioned. The town of Vail, Art in Public Places, they worked to have this be a part of our permanent collection. Tell us what we're seeing, inspiration behind this.
The inspiration is the town of Vail itself, and the intention to really depict inclusion and joy in the mountains, right? That's really what a lot of my ski art is about, right? So the piece is called Towering, and it's really a reference to all the towering features in the piece, right?
Yeah.
I think we can pick whatever series of towers we see, right? But if
Yeah,
it's called
from the mountain
towering,
peaks
you
to
know,
the actual clock tower.
and they're all in a figurative sense of the word, yeah, for sure.
And I love the outfits. I love,
you.
the kind of the fashion sense behind this
for sure,
too.
for sure. Yeah, it's part of it, right?
Yeah, it
Style
definitely
part of
is.
it,
Style is style points for sure. And speaking of style, one of the exhibits that Lamont was able to help put together is what you're going to find here. Things from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. And so tell us about this one. These here.
Yeah. So these are outfits that I was able to gather from members of the National Brotherhood of Skiers, some pieces from back decades ago, right, that they were able to donate to the exhibit. So they'll be here during the duration of the exhibit. So pretty cool, I thought, right?
Yeah, and even just
absolutely.
some of the photographs that you were able to obtain from people that are either involved with National Brotherhood Skiers or their
100%.
parents were.
100%, yeah. So we've got some early from back in the 70s who share some photos.
Okay, let's get up and close and see these.
yeah.
Yeah. I love the colorful outfits from the
Yeah.
70s and all the patches and pins you could collect before there were helmets, after there were helmets.
Right.
And then you also have this piece. And we're going to be able to actually buy this piece. You'll have posters.
Yeah, it's going to be a limited edition run of posters here at the museum of this illustration that I put together, which is just really just again another celebration and joy, just a youthful expression of all the joy we have on the mountain,
Definitely.
with a little fashion splash thrown in.
Well, and speaking of fashion, it doesn't stop on the canvas. It's also something you can actually purchase. And this is a collaboration you did with Crimson Clover, a great brand that we love here at so we've got a little homage to the 10th Mountain Division. You've got the style with the ladies incorporating.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
And then the 10th Mountain emblem, and then Climb to Glory on the back with the crossed skis. So they have this for sale at the museum as well.
Yeah. It's great working with Crimson Clover. That's one of my consistent clients over the last few years here in the ski industry. So love to with Rhonda. And so happy that we're able to collaborate.
Okay,
Absolutely.
perfect. Well, Amon, thanks so much for lending your talents to the beautiful walls here in Vail and being a part of this great celebration.
I appreciate the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Carrie Mae Wack, and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I'm at our Eagle branch featuring our Spark Studio. So this is our maker space lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our maker space. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to come back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. Let's bring Meredith back in. She's been brave cold all this morning. Maybe she's still by that lace fireplace. Oh, how's it feeling? We've got some sun popping up.
Yes, the sun is here. I'm almost completely blinded by it. I don't even know what it feels like to be straight into them. It's right behind me, but it's gorgeous here. Man, I'm almost jealous that I'm not getting on the hill. Everyone's full smiles, looking forward to a great day. And you know what it's going to be about? All
Oh,
about the corduroy.
yes, exactly. And you know what? Pay attention to the crawl that we've been running on the bottom of the screen with the corduroy listings. Beaver Creek groomers are up right now. We'll bring Vails up. And Leah, our producer, she had a chance. She was skiing Beaver Creek. She goes, I was out there for about an hour and they found out that Kestrel was groomed. So they'd gone up, where the Birds of Prey lift talents, where the talents challenges. And Kestrel is the women's race course when they host like the Alpine World Ski Championships. That's where Lindsey Vonn, Julie Mancuso, Michaela, they've been on that course. And when that's been groomed, what, you lapped it how many times? Like 4 times. So that's what's really fun. Just kind of lapping these groomers, really working on your turn shape, your timing. It's kind of a drill day, like how can you perfect your skills? You're not trying to chase the powder. You're not trying to get to that lift line before everyone else does. It's going to be kind of a blue skies, blue runs kind of day. And another thing going on today, Mamie's Mountain Grill is having music. So this is the top of the Bachelor Gulch Express, number 16, and turntable review duo. So Terry Armistead, her brother Joe Bianchi, they will come together and play some music. I'm so glad that they're bringing back music at Talent Stack and then at Mamie's. And I bet you Arrowhead won't be far behind. Last year, they were doing the music on Sunday afternoons. And it's such a great way to kind of round out your ski with a little bit of live music.
Oh yeah, and the sun over at Beaver Creek really stays on the mountain a little bit longer than Vail. It can get a bit shady here, so it's so nice to enjoy the afternoons up at Beaver Creek, especially on a day like today where the sunshine is out to play and you hear some live music. It's just all the vibes you could dream of.
Yeah, it is, definitely. And you know what? We don't want to forget the Beaver Creek Winter Culinary Weekend. Grab the newspaper today because this is a nice kind of guide as to whose chefs are here, what's going on, and the different dinners that they're offering, the meet and greets, just learning. I mean, it's such a fun weekend, and it's just kind of all over the different restaurants at Beaver Creek and then the little pop-ups that are going on. So everything down to brunch all the way on Sunday. So skiing, snowshoeing, brunch. It's going to be happening. So that's what we're really looking forward to this weekend as well. So lots going on. You got to keep it tuned here to Vail Valley Live so you don't miss a thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll continue to bring you up to notice on the events. And that winter culinary, it's just going to be the best experience pairing with your ski day. You don't have to participate in the whole weekend. Even just reserving tickets for one of the dinners or one of the experiences, you're going to remember those on your trip.
Yeah.
Or maybe early Valentine's Day gift. Could be good.
I'd take it. Yeah. Hey, that's a good idea. I'll take that. Okay. Well, Meredith, we will send everyone off. Let me make sure. I want to just say, thank you, John Bonner, for watching. Thank you, Rodney, for watching. We always love our folks watching out there. So we want to just say thank you. And okay, have a good day, everybody. Yes. Groundhog's Day.
And let this be a reminder to wear your sunscreen and your lenses with courage because it is sunny out here.
Dark lens today, and still I would save the sunglasses for the drive-in. I think goggles. They're gonna keep your face warmer, and you won't have that tearing going on from the cold air because it still is really cold this morning. We will get to about 30 by midday, but that's a far way off. So, okay, well, thanks for braving the cold today, Meredith. We appreciate it. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow.